we are unity.
Morning, children of God. Good to have you with us this fine morning. First Sunday in August, yay! So we were playing this morning, we found this one, went, yeah, here's something to think about, will you? What a miracle takes place when those who profess to believe in Jesus Christ actually believe Him. Well, we're going to have to study that word some more, I think. One of the things that he taught that we believe is this: the Father and I are one. So let's start from there. Let's center. O loving Father, Mother God, we acknowledge your presence moving in and through us this day. We ask this day for your guidance, for your direction, so that we may live in peace and plenty. This day, we choose to be open to your instruction and guidance. This day, in this moment, we are grateful for the opportunity to come together, to worship, to sing, and to pray in the name, in the nature, in the power of the Christ. Amen.
Today's daily word is compassion, and Sharon will read the daily word.
Good morning. I have the best seat in the house. Sitting behind Laura is very entertaining. So today's lesson is compassion. There's only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. That is God. Today's affirmation is one of the 5 basic principles of unity. Embracing this principle defines our purpose as spiritual beings in human form. If fear-based judgments cloud my expanding awareness of spiritual truth, I affirm this principle, then remind myself of Jesus' words, "Judge not." Compassion is the spiritual energy that dissolves the negative effects of judgment. When I reflect on the conflicts of the world, I learn from the consequences of judging others. I appreciate the rich diversity of this mortal realm without insisting on either superiority or conformity. By making loving choices in my life, I honor and recognize my oneness with all beings. Beloved, let us love one another, because love is from God. Everyone who loves is born of God and knows God. John chapter 1, verse 4 through 7.
When in doubt, don't. There endeth the lesson. No, there's a little more going there. I don't know where that came from. Filter back on. Thank you, Rob. One of the challenges that we face on a regular basis is we forget who we are. And through our songs, through our statements of faith, we strengthen who we are. And the more often that we say with power and authority who we are, the more that will show up in our world. Let's take our affirmation together. I am a child of the living God. I have within me the all-creating power of the Christ. It radiates from me and blesses all whom I contact. I am now in the presence of pure being and immersed in the Holy Spirit of life, love, and wisdom. I am now in the presence. Let's rest into that as we join with Steve. The Father and I are one. From your heart now. Having spoken these words of the truth of us, the Father and I are one. Gently now and easily, we move to that place within us, our secret place, that place that Jesus called our inner closet. And this day, as we enter in, we follow His instruction, which was to close the door. As you enter in, close the door. We close the door on those thoughts and feelings of what we should have done. We close the door on those thoughts and feelings of what I have yet to do this day. For one holy moment, I breathe, I rest, I pray, and I listen. For in my prayers, I'm learning to ask, and ask believing. It is in the stillness and in the silence where answers come. For those who are traveling, we ask that the light of God surround you, the love of God enfold you. You are safe and whole. And in the silence, we hear, it is done. For those who have asked, help me through a health challenge. We listen, and in the stillness and in the silence, we hear, you are whole and free. I breathe. Father and I are one. And in this affirmation of oneness, I remember I am a channel through which good flows into my world. You are a channel through which good flows into your world. Right here, right now, in this moment, I choose to open that channel wide. From me, through me, from you, through you, good flows. First, into this room, touching, healing, blessing each and every child of God. Growing in strength and power, this flow continues from this place into our spiritual community, wherever that might be this day. From me, through me, good flows. into our city, across our state, across our country. Healing, blessing. And in this flow, I am blessed. I choose to continue to be a blessing. From me, through me, good flows around our world. Healing, touching, blessing. From this place of oneness, I look past all appearances of conflict and know, regardless of appearance, God is there. I am there. Good is there. From me, through me, good flows throughout our universe. Still, small voice. In spirit and in truth, you are never separate one from the other. Holding to this oneness, we know that somewhere, somewhen, someone is saying thank you for in this moment, that which has come from you, through you this day, is gratefully received. And that gratitude swells up and returns to you. And in that moment, in this moment, the circle of life, full and complete. I breathe it. I live in it and rest for one holy moment. Knowing there is more yet for me to do this day, holding to this experience we have shared gently now and easily, I bring my attention back to this place, to this now, and I join with you and pray as Jesus, our elder brother, taught us when he said, "As for you, pray therefore in this manner." You know, I invite you on a regular basis to come in early and just sit, breathe, laugh. And the reason you will laugh is because you'll watch us figure out what it is we think we're going to do today. Because life is what happens while you're busy making plans for the future. And theoretically, we say, oh gee, this is the direction in which we would like to move. And then Spirit says, not so fast. You go, what? And we're getting better at listening. And say, okay, then let me just right now, because I've got a block, let me put a centering thought to work. And say, all right, God, Spirit, pick a word, doesn't matter, work through me. Express through me. Allow the words that need to flow from me, through me. Allow the music that stirs the soul to move through me. And when you do that, great things happen. They just do. And it gets to be really fun. You know? And as we were singing earlier, I was watching our front row. And I'm thinking to myself, I am so full of life, I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm. That was Charles Fillmore at 94. Expressing today, right here, with enthusiasm. I greet life, I enjoy life, I participate in life with enthusiasm. Which leads us back to seek and find God. Guess what? Only you can do this. No one can tell you where to find that. Where does God live? We can talk about it. I know where God lives for me, within me. And I like the picture that Fillmore paints when he says, my secret place, that's where God lives within me, right behind my heart. Because when I speak from love, I speak through my heart. And as I do so, my world changes. Okay? The thing that we're discovering more and more and more is that this awareness and expression of truth is experiential. Trust me when I tell you, you have already read the important book that you need to express your truth. Because sometimes we say, if I just had the right book. Trust me when I say you have already heard from the right teacher that you can express your truth. Oh, if I only had the right teacher. It's already there. All you need to do is do it. It's a Nike kind of thing, right? Just do it. We need to learn how to express it. And that in order to do that, what we need to do is we need to let go of some things that we think are our truths that aren't. Not the least of which is that this that we see around us is not the whole picture. It's just not. God is all, both visible and invisible. This one that is all is perfect life, love, intelligence, and substance. Man is, you are, an expression of God and therefore one with perfect life, love, intelligence, and substance. You are right here, right now, one with, perfect. Okay? So it's not showing up in your world? Okay. Time to flip the switch. And know that you have within you the capability to express that truth, that perfection. Now, sometimes we don't know what it looks like. I was talking with somebody not too long ago, and we were talking about, I would just love it for this circumstance that's going on in my life to just be over. I want this circumstance to be over. And I asked, why? Well, so that I will feel this again. Okay, why don't you feel that right now? Well, because I need to get over this. Where is your focus? And he said, raising his hand. Now, I'm getting better at it. And I share this with you on purpose. Friday, went and played golf. Back was bothering me a little bit before we started, but it was a nice day. I'm going. All right? By Friday night, I couldn't bend over. Standing up was a real chore. This lower back was saying, you did a really big dumb today. And I said, no, I didn't. Did you watch how I hit the ball? Oh. I had a great game, by the way. But I said, no, that's not my, I got it. You're telling me that you're upset with me. I got that. But I had a chiropractor friend tell me this, and I really kind of liked it, and so I want to share it with you. If you think where in your body, where does stress live, most people will do this, right? Shoulders. And that's true, but guess where it lives more? Right here. The small of your back, right down there at the hip bone. And those muscles down there do this. Right? And when it does that, try and stand up. Go ahead. Because they really stiffen up. So my chiropractor said, loosen those up and things will happen. I went, okay. So Friday night, I started the process that said, all right, this is my experience. Okay? I'm not going to deny it. So when you think about denial and affirmation, doesn't mean it didn't happen. This is my experience. Okay? Is it my truth? Well, no. Why? Because this is created in the image and likeness of God. This is perfect. If I'm experiencing something other than perfection, what do I need to do? I need to just change my thinking. All right? So what's stressing you out, Rob? And I have a list. Right? We all have lists, right? I went, okay, guess what? If I'm willing to just set that aside for right now, because you know what, Rob? A, you have to go shopping tomorrow because your refrigerator is empty. And B, you go to church service on Sunday, you really need to be there. Okay, now I know what I need to do. In order to do those things, what does this body temple need to do? It needs to relax. Now, I did my part. I put on the cream, you know, all the pain stuff. I don't take Doan's pills. Somebody can do that if they want to. Linda said, are you going to take some aspirin? I went, yes, dear. Just decided I wasn't going to do it. It's okay. But I did put on, and I just rested. But more importantly, what I did is I went into prayer. And my prayer was relatively simple. Whatever stress is expressing through this, in the name and nature and power of the living Christ, dissipate. Dissipate. And Saturday morning, I woke up and we went shopping. And I was rested Saturday afternoon. Still wasn't 100%. Still kept working. Went to bed and slept all night. Woke up this morning, got right up out of bed like that. Because I was willing to put to work what I've been taught how to do. Express your truth. You can wallow in it if you want to. Been there, done that. Okay? It's okay. God loves you anyway. However, you have a tool if you're willing to work it. It goes back to what I put up first thing this morning. It's not just about believing in Jesus Christ. It's about believing Him. In this moment, you are whole and free. Believe in me. That's all he said to do. And he added a couple things which are really kind of fun. Is that's really blessed those who weren't here to see it. Those who are not here and believe anyway, they get extra marks. Right? And every time you think you're not quite there, remember that the 12 that traveled with him and the others didn't get it either. Not all of it. They're working through it. Why? We're all working through it, learning how to express that truth. We learn about it in different ways. We have different opportunities that show up. The other thing that I did, which sounds so counterintuitive, is every time this one went, ow, 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 I said, thank you. Thank you for telling me I have work yet to do. For allowing me the opportunity to heal. And it dissipates. Now, is it going to stay away forever? Probably not. Why? Because I don't have it 100% yet. Not yet, but it's okay, because there's still some things I need to let go of. I still believe that there are limitations based on this body temple, based on the social construct in which I live. I'm still holding to the notion sometimes of a solution out there, God out there. Now I know better, but I still look out here. I was talking to a young man a couple of days ago, and he asked me this question. It was a great one. Why is it that sometimes I think I've really got it together, and then in the next minute, I just totally lost it? And then in the next minute, I think I get it, and in the next minute, I lost it. I said, okay. What happens when you get it? Do you stop being grateful? And he thought about it a minute. He says, you know, I think that's what I'm doing. I'm grateful that I got there, but I stopped being in gratitude. I stopped seeing the good. I stopped seeking God because I already made it. No, you didn't. Right? That's what happens. I fall off. Because this body temple responds to my thoughts and feelings. When I hold the high watch, this body temple responds to that. When I let go, this body temple says, if that's what you want, Rob, by golly, here we go. Oh. Oops, right? Oops. Right? But I've learned over time to listen. Just to listen. This body temple, each and every cell of your being has within it the one. And it's talking to you, each and every cell of your being is talking to you on a regular basis. You just need to learn how to listen. That's to seek and find God. Right here. I don't need to go anywhere. Right here, wherever here is for you. And sometimes we need to go apart. That's another issue. But where do I go apart to? I just go apart to be quiet. I can do that in a full room. We do it here. Sometimes I go apart up to my mountain. Higher state of consciousness. Kind of relax in the trees and hear the creek flow. You know. Enjoy watching a 5-year-old in absolute joy and wonderment as the fishery guys take 3 nets of trout and dump it in the creek. That little guy was so happy he couldn't handle his standards though. And then he went fishing and caught 3 fish. The world was a wonderful place. And it is. You see, we need those kinds of things in our life. That's God in action. That enthusiasm, that excitement for life. That participation and cooperation with my world. That's seeking God and finding Him in you and in every action that takes place around you. And just do it. again and again and again. I don't want to get over anything. I want to move through things, big time. I want to get through things, but I want to use whatever shows up, whatever experience comes my way, as an opportunity to practice what I say I believe. Not just talk about it, actually do the work. Sometimes I'm very, very, very successful. Other times, it takes a little bit longer. And each time it takes, when I discover it's taking me a little bit longer, what I'm learning how to do, breathe, quit beating up on yourself that you didn't get it done in the instant. Rob, you should have had this done last week. Yeah, well, I didn't have that done last week, and there's still dust bunnies under the bed. It's okay. Dust bunnies need food too. Okay? Whatever I need to do will be done. I just need to breathe and say, okay, from me, through me, express the truth of me. And I breathe, and from the bottom of my feet to the top of my head, from the tips of my fingers to the tips of my toes, each and every cell of my being responds. And in that moment, yay! Let's go do something else. And I do the next thing, whatever it happens to be. Sometimes it's what I just got over doing. I need to do it again. I need to practice and practice and practice. And as much as I would love to say for you, here's where God is, the challenge is you have to find that for yourself. Because for each of us, it's a little bit different. We had a great class a while back where one of our students said, you know, I've been on a real detour the last 6 months of my life. I went, really? A detour? Well, yeah, because I was going from here to here, and we went all this way. I went, and on this path, tell me, what did you discover? We had a long list of things that were discovered on the detour. So in other words, you weren't lost at all. You were on your right path. That was the road you needed to take to seek God and good in your life. And you found Him and expressed from within you. I'm going to have to look at that one again. And that's how we work. That's how it moves forward, one step at a time. Our message today, love one another, is huge. Sometimes I need to remember, like most times, I need to remember to bring that back here. I need to love me. Not curse me. Oh, you back, blah, blah, blah. No, right? Don't do that. Thank you. You've held me upright most of the time. I realize you've got a problem at the moment. God love you. And I know we're going to work on it together and solve this problem, whatever's holding you back. I love you. Let's take that statement. I love you. And we're talking to whatever challenge, whatever circumstance you find right now. To that circumstance, I love you. Again, I love you. To that same circumstance, I bless you. Together, I bless you. As counterintuitive as it may be to that circumstance, I appreciate you. Together, I appreciate you. I can love, I can bless, I can appreciate because in this moment I look at me and say, I behold the Christ. Together, I behold the Christ. And in that moment, you have found that for which you seek.
Thank you for listening. Please feel free to pass this message along to your friends and family. You can obtain additional audio tapes or CDs by visiting our website or by calling our office at 541-772-6902. We invite you to join us in prayer. We know that prayer works, and now you can send your prayer request to our prayer team here at Christ Unity Church by using the form on our website. The activities, programs, and services of this ministry are presented on a love offering basis. All gifts, regardless of size, are gratefully accepted. You may participate either by sending your gift to Christ Unity Church, 540 North Holly Street, Medford, Oregon, 97501, or by visiting us on the internet at www.unitymedford.org.